Guys, just be honest. Have you ever been scrolling TikTok and someone drops, "Thou art my Nefertiti"? Like, what is that? A Renaissance fan fiction?
Or when someone writes, "Wherefore art thou" in the caption, like they're auditioning for medieval rom-com. I'm just sitting there like, dude, it's Tuesday. Oh my god.
For real, who even is the Shakespeare dude that keeps showing up in our show? Memes, school books, and now our FYPs?
Was he the original set boy? Or a poet? Or just a dramatic dude with a flair for monologues and questionable haircuts?
Let's find it together. Welcome to today's episode.
Shakespeare versus Kazakhstan. Is he the sad boy pioneer?
Or just a theatrical kid who made it big. Alright, William Shakespeare, aka the dude that everyone quotes but no one really knows, was an English writer, actor, and poet.
He lived in 1564 to 1616. Wow, that's like 4 centuries ago. And he's still trending. Oh my god, I can say this.
He wrote 39 plays, 154 sonnets, and basically changed the whole English language forever.
His top hits: Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, Hamlet, and Othello. And they're still being performed today.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Shall I speak of this?
'Tis but thy name.
Which doth mock the meat it feeds on. That cuckold lives in bliss, who, certain of his fate, loves not his wronger.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy!
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height, a villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonoured my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man, would bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then, with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancour. God, that I were a man!
Now that's what you call timeless.
He wrote about love, betrayal, revenge, and mental health. Basically, everything that you've tweeted about at 3 a.m.
Oh, and he literally invented words like swagger, lonely, and gossip. That's his vocabulary, not ours.
So next time, if someone says Shakespeare's boring, hit him with "he invented the word better, bruh."
Okay, so why is Shakespeare like everywhere on TikTok right now?
People are remixing his quotes with now Gen Z picks energy, like Alice, I had no risk.
Oh, or like the classic one, it is, "Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou still liking her post?"
Big creators are out of here doing monologues like it's the Renaissance automatic universe.
And his words are dramatic, poetic, and deep. And it's giving main character energy.
And Gen Z loves drama. Shakespeare versus TikTok, and combine it, it's a power couple.
Yeah, okay.
Here's the legend, William Shakespeare. Let's exploring the Shakespearean English. Welcome to segment 3. Why did he talk like that?
Was Shakespeare speaking real English?
Today, we're diving into the kind of English William Shakespeare used. Many people think it was a whole different language. But actually, Shakespeare spoke what we call early modern English. It may sound unusual to us now, but back then, this was normal everyday speech. Just a bit more poetic and formal than what we use today. Okay, real question. Was Shakespeare speaking a different language?
Because some of his lines sounds like potion recipes.
But yeah, it was English, just extra poetic. Grammar, but make it fancy.
One reason Shakespeare's English sounds fancy is because he used grammar very differently. He often reversed the word for other poetic effect. For example, instead of saying I love you, he might write thee I love. He also used pronouns like thou, thee, and thy instead of you and your. And many of his verbs ended with it or ist, like he doth speak or thou knowest. It adds rhythm and drama to the lines. Shakespeare didn't follow grammar rules, he made his own.
That's why it sounds like he's always performing.
Why all the extra words?
So, another reason Shakespeare's writing feels so rich is that he worked most of it in a special rhythm called iambic pentameter. That means each line has 10 syllables in a pattern of unstressed and stressed beats. This rhythm helped actors memorize their lines and made speeches more dramatic. He also used very poetic and emotional language to express strong feelings. That's why even a simple idea like being sad could turn into a beautiful, tragic line. He could have just said, I'm sad.
But instead we get, my soul weeps against the cruel tide of fate.
Bro was down bad. In verse, Shakespeare's insults were vile.
Shakespeare wasn't just about love and tragedy, he was also the king of insults. His characters could deliver some seriously savage lines, and they often did it in beautiful, poetic ways. For example, calling someone as fat as butter, or telling someone that their conversation would infect my brain. Might sound old-fashioned, but they were brutal back then. These insults added spice to his plays and showed his clever use of language. These lines sound classy until you realize they're straight up roast.
Elizabethan version of bugged and reported.
Would Shakespeare understand TikTok?
Even though Shakespeare lived over 400 years ago, he was kind of like a modern influencer. His language was expressive, witty, and often very creative. Just like how we use memes or TikTok sounds to express feelings and jokes today. If he lived now, he might be the kind of person who'd go viral for dramatic monologues or funny roasts. In a way, he understood the power of going viral before it was even a thing. If TikTok existed in 1600, he'd totally be doing dramatic thirst traps.
with a quill and a candle, of course.
Sayings you didn't know came from Shakespeare.
You might be surprised to learn how many common expressions we use today actually come from Shakespeare's plays. Phrases like break the ice, heart of gold, and love is blind were all written by him. These sayings have lasted for centuries because they captured universal feelings and situations in memorable ways. So the next time you use one, remember you're quoting one of the most iconic writers in history. So the next time you say, break the ice, you're quoting Shakespeare.
Bro was ghostwriting modern vocabulary before it was cool.
Shakespeare versus modern versus Gen Z.
Okay, now let's break down one sentence through time. Shakespeare might say, thou knowest not what thou speakest. In modern English, that would be, you have no idea what you're talking about. And in Gen Z slang,
Bro, what are you saying right now?
it's just the same meaning, just remixed for the era.
Last yet not least, we thank thee for lending thine ear. Okay, miss. So, these days Shakespeare is all over memes and TikTok. Do you think that actually helps students connect with his work?
I love seeing Shakespeare blow up online. If meme helps students connect with his work, I'm all for it.
Miss, a real question. Do you think Gen Z slang is like the new Shakespeare?
Honestly, yes. Language evolves. Shakespeare's English was the slang of his time. Yours just come with emojis.
Okay, so basically, we're.
Exactly. Sonnet or TikTok language is power.
See. Alright. Thank you, Miss Prima. Goodbye. Guys, you know what time is it? It's fixing time.
Let us transform it into
Romeo.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou letting on read?
Forgive me, fair maiden. I was gaming for Riley.
Swear not by thy Wi-Fi, leggy, and unfaithful.
Alice, I had no breeze, but my heart is tied.
Then get thee to the DMs.
So yeah, Shakespeare might sound old school, but his name still hit.
Drama, love, heartbreak, and friendship. Dude was really covered everything we are still going through.
And now we're mixing it with his work with our Gen Z twist like a full circle.
If you like this video, smash that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe for more.
And also tell us what Shakespeare quote that we should remix it later.
Peace out, novel fans. Catch you next time.
Sometimes we got too comfortable and forget to grow.
But Miss Primas always reminds us not to stay stuck in our comfort zone.
And what's amazing is she doesn't just say it. She actually creates a space that we can feel safe to learn and be ourselves.
The future? Honestly, no one knows what's coming. But Miss Prima shows us that even the most unexpected paths can become meaningful.
There are days that we feel lost and discouraged.
And she reminds us to look back and see how far we've already come. Thank you, Miss Prima! You're the whisper in the storm, the hand that pulls us gently when the calm falls asleep.
You built not a classroom, but a stage where we stumble, speak, fall, rise, and learn how to play our part. The scream of the future is inverted, yet your tale reminds us, even the fate rewrites itself.
And when our hearts grow heavy, you teach us to close behind, not with regret, but with awe, for every step that brought us here. We love you, Miss Prima!